Hi, I'm Plami, and in this episode of Rate the K, I'm gonna be reacting to the recent comeback of another group that I really like a lot, although I can't really quite put exactly where I stand in terms of how much I love them, because there's been quite a lot of groups that do this kind of K-pop songs which are very rap heavy and hard hitting, which is very much my kind of K-pop right now. But there's also at the same time like so many of them, so it's hard to really rank them, but they're definitely up there, especially with their last comeback, My Turn. And the group that I'm talking about, as you already know, is CRAVITY with their recent comeback, Gas Pedal. And with this kind of title, and judging by some of the outfits you can see from the thumbnail, it seems like it's very much going to be a sequel of their last song, My Turn, which at this point is my favorite CRAVITY song, I guess, because I honestly can't really remember any of the other ones. I think they had another one called Flame, and obviously their debut song, which was actually pretty good, and definitely felt a little bit more distinctive in terms of a style, while nowadays I feel like they're falling a little bit more into typical dark boy group style music, which is not bad or anything, because I still enjoy their music, but there's definitely something lost compared to their debut song, which was Break All the Rules, which I really enjoyed, honestly, now that I think about it. But the thing about their last comeback, My Turn, was that it kind of signifies a little bit of a problem, but also not necessarily something that is not a problem with current boy groups and their music, because I don't mind the fact that it sounded like that, but that song really sounded like it might as well have been released by P1 Harmony. Because if you don't know who P1 Harmony is, it's a boy group from FNC Entertainment, I believe, and they debuted with a song called Siren, in which the chorus was obviously had a siren-like sound. And if you've listened to My Turn by CRAVITY, you know that that song has kind of like a reminiscent sound of a siren in the chorus, where it goes like squee, the squee, yeah, I'm away, I don't care what you get, you know what I'm talking about? And that feels much more reminiscent of P1 Harmony's Siren than of any song that CRAVITY has released, frankly. So I don't like the fact that their songs seem so interchangeable, but I also don't hate it, because it means there's more groups to enjoy for me, you know? And it seems like this song is very much gonna be like in that line of sound and everything, so it very much feels like it's gonna be a sequel, so I don't know. I hope that I'm gonna like it, but we can't really know until I get into it. So without further ado, let's get into it and find out in 3, 2, 1.
What's good?
Okay, maybe they're going in a very different direction.
It's like a dream we're living. 삶의 꽃이 피는 나를 비추는 저 해가 뜨고 지는 city to city 더 불타올라 미쳐도 loco 다 돌고 돌아.
It definitely sounds nothing like My Turn.
지켜봐 baby let me see you drop it low. 천사 위로 별을 따라 위편은 올라가.
I'm also starting to notice the different visuals that this group has. They're definitely starting to stand out from each other. Okay. I feel like this song might be a little bit too messy for me, at least on a first listen. Definitely feels very messy. Also, this feels much more reminiscent of groups like Oni F. And of course, this group also has a member with a longer hair, because of course, why wouldn't they? Again, I'm not complaining about long-haired members, I love that, but it's funny how every boy group seems to be having that kind of member nowadays. Okay, the melodic parts of this song definitely work for me right off the bat, but I'm really not sold on the rap parts. And it just ends. Okay. I mean, I can't really hide my reaction, to be honest, and I don't even really want to try because this, on my channel, I try to have genuine opinions and genuine reactions. So I am not a big fan of this. There's actually many reasons for it. First of all, I feel like it's a very messy song. That might improve, and it will probably improve with a few more listens, but it doesn't really grab me. And if I remember correctly, for their last song, My Turn, it did grab me right off the bat, and I loved it. It was really catchy and really fun and really entertaining. But again, as I said, it felt very reminiscent of P1 Harmony's debut song. And in this case, this song kind of feels reminiscent of two groups, honestly. SF9, actually not two, more than two. It feels reminiscent of three groups. It feels reminiscent, first of all, of ONF, on and off, I guess. I keep saying ONEF when it's on and off. In terms of their music video, at least, it feels reminiscent of them. In terms of the sound, it feels reminiscent of SF9, because SF9 also had this kind of like a hard-hitting, rap-heavy song that also, funnily enough, had something to do with motorized vehicles. I believe the song was called RPM, and I didn't like that song at all. And it feels very similar to this song in terms of vibe, but it also, this comeback reminds me for some reason of NCT. I don't know if it's justified or not, and I'm sorry if you guys hate me comparing groups to other groups, but that's one way to describe how I'm feeling about them, and it just feels reminiscent of them in some ways. Not necessarily that much in terms of the song, but at least of the visuals of the members, I guess. Feels a little reminiscent of NCT. But yeah, these are all the vibes that I'm getting from this. And I don't know, maybe on the second listen it's gonna be better, but I'm just really not sold on this song. It just feels very incoherent and not particularly catchy. There are parts of it that are somewhat catchy, but overall I'm really not sold. And it genuinely might be one of those songs that needs a few more listens before I really get into it, because there are many of those kind of songs. But at the end of the day, I can only give this song one more try, so without further ado, let's get into it and see whether I'm gonna like it more on second listen in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. What's good?
I definitely like the members' visuals. I love that they're starting to be a little bit more distinct now, because it's been a couple of comebacks and now I'm starting to pay more attention to them and separate them from each other, you know? I definitely like their outfits in this music video and their styles. They really look cool.
Tell me that you're ready. Gas better, gas better, gas better. Run, make it reach. We're swerving all night.
Yeah, it's not really sounding much better on the second listen, sadly. Again, I'm not an arbiter of quality or anything, so if you like it and you're enjoying it just fine, that's fine. This is just my personal opinion, how I personally feel about this song. And for me personally, it's just a little bit too messy. The chorus just doesn't really work for me. Some of the rap parts work, but the parts that work in this song are definitely the singing parts, by far. And I can already tell you my favorite member of this group is the guy with the white hair, that has a little bit longer hair and has it tied into a ponytail in some of the shots. That's definitely my bias. I like him. He looks handsome. Okay, this part here actually sounds pretty dope. Okay, it is starting to grow on me a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna enjoy this song more whenever I'm listening to it in my car. Also, very abrupt ending. Not sure I like it. But yeah, we're not gonna be listening to this one a third time. So yeah, okay. Honestly, by the end of the second reaction, it definitely improved a little bit more, but I'm still not really in love with this song. I just still think My Turn is better. I think this song, after a few more listens, I'm gonna enjoy it enough, I guess. But I don't love this song. And the reasons are pretty much, it's a little too messy. I feel like it's not that it's executed badly, I just genuinely think that exactly what they're going for is something that I just don't like, I guess. I don't know. I know that's kind of crazy to say because as I've said, I really love whenever the boy groups do this kind of like hard-hitting, rap-heavy concept, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm gonna like every single song in this style. And honestly, sadly, this song also seems to be falling into the subset, I guess, of this style, in which some of these songs, for some reason, really go flipping ham with the... I mean, I don't know how to even call it, but some of these songs tend to really go into the complete chaos in the songs where there's no any kind of melody that ties the song together, because in my opinion, even with the hard-hitting songs, you need some kind of melody to kind of tie the bits and pieces of the songs together, so it's not a complete chaos. And I feel like it is kind of like a complete chaos with this song, which is one of the biggest reasons why I don't like it, or at least don't love it, because I am starting to like it a little bit more, but it just feels a little bit too incohesive and all over the place in my opinion. And the raps, while good and hard-hitting, are not exactly catchy for some reason for me. I don't know. I can't really say too much about this song because it's just too messy. But yeah, I just liked My Turn more. That was just a little bit much more cohesive. It had a melody, it had a thing going for it. This one just feels kind of all over the place. And maybe it's just a song that is hard for me. I feel like people are gonna be fine with it, but Just like how SF9's RPM didn't work for me, even though I really like SF9, this one doesn't work for me either, even though I like CRAVITY. And it happens, not every song is a hit with everyone, so hopefully you guys are not gonna roast me in the comments for not liking every single song, you know? Yeah, in terms of a rating, I'm still gonna give this song a pretty high rating of an 8.7 out of 10, because I still think it's a pretty good song. I do believe that most of the issues that I have with this song are completely personal, although, again, the specific sound in the instrumental that they're going for, which is very hard for me to describe exactly what I'm talking about, but like you can hear the how the instrumental sound in this song, I think is not a good instrumental to go for, and I really hate whenever songs go for it, because it always ends up in me not liking those songs, but what can you do? But I still think the execution of what the song is, like the concept of the song, is pretty fine. It's just, personally, I guess I don't like it. But yeah, if you like it, that's fine. But before we end this video, I just want to give a huge thanks to my 2 level 3 patrons on Patreon, Omari Bridgman and White Shadow Wolfie. If you want to join them in supporting me and supporting the channel, you can do that by going down in the description below and clicking on the link to my Patreon. And also, if you want me to check out the B-sides and the whole album that this song came from, you can request me to check it out in the comments below, or through my Patreon actually, by obviously commenting it in the comments, and that would show me that there is a demand for a reaction to that, so I'm more likely to do it sooner. But if you don't care anyway, you can just wait, because at some point in the future I'll probably do a reaction to it, but it's better to just comment it down below, you know? And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with someone who you think might enjoy it. And I think this is pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!